Okay, and welcome to another episode of Death by Bunjie. On this episode of Death by Bunjie, I'm going to talk to you about rail lube for your crossbow. Again. Rail lube is a real simple product. It only serves one purpose for your crossbow, and that is to lubricate the rail. That's all it does. Just so we know what we're talking about here, this is the rail. This is the piece that we're talking about right here. Just this right here. The rail is the piece of the crossbow where the arrow slides down it as it's leaving the crossbow. After you pull the trigger, it has a slot in it for one of the fletchings, for your cock fletching to slide down as it's going out of the crossbow. The string makes contact with the rail all the time, and for that reason, the rail needs to be lubricated. It needs to have a nice sheen to it, a nice smooth surface there. If it is too dry, if it gets too dry, then what's going to happen is that string is going to heat up as it's going down there. It's going to drag a little bit. It will slow down your arrow. It could affect your accuracy, and it will wear out your serving a little bit quicker. The serving is just a little section of string here that's specially wound in the middle of the string. That's the portion of the string that makes contact with the rail. To apply this, all you're going to do, you've got a little applicator on top. We're just going to put a dab here and a dab there. That's it. Doesn't take much, just takes a little bit. Put the container out of the way, and then we're just going to take our finger and smooth it back and forth. Make sure you got enough on there to cover the rail from beginning to end, back and forth all the way, and you'll be good to go. Get up in here good, both sides, and what I like to do is go up in front of the serving a little bit too, even lift up the string and see if you can get a little bit of it under that serving, work it back, and that's it. You just want to have a nice glossy sheen to that rail when you go out hunting. Now, I caution you, don't let it build up too much. The temptation is to put a whole bunch of it on there and smear it on there, and recently in my haste to get down to the hunting blind here before the sun came up, I piled on a whole bunch of that rail lube, and that caused some problems for me. I didn't smooth it out properly, and when I got down there to the woods, got down there in my blind, when I cocked the crossbow, it built up a whole bunch of the rail lube up here in the trigger mechanism. So when I pulled the trigger, the first shot went off fine. Unfortunately, if you go back and watch that video, I needed to do some follow-up shots to take care of that deer, and with all the rail lube that was built up, that buildup on my serving, it was lubricating not just the rail, but it was lubricating the knock as well, and allowing that knock to ride up above the string before it left the crossbow. So it was misfiring. It wasn't firing properly. You don't want that to happen. You want the arrow to stay in contact with that serving the entire length of the rail, of course, so that you get a perfect shot every time. To help that happen, you just want to make sure that you smooth out that rail lube each time. Don't make the mistake that I did. I hope this is helpful. I hope those of you who are hunting with crossbows have great success out there, and I'd love to see your pictures on our Facebook page if you want to share them there. Make sure you subscribe for this to this channel for future videos on crossbows, crossbow hunting, and filming your own hunts. And until next time, all hail Bunjie! Second state is number one in my opinion.